Order number 3, messages.
Honorable Senators, I have this message from the County Assembly of Nyamira on the approval of a motion on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Amos Nyaribo, Governor of Nyamira County. Honorable Senators, I wish to report to the Senate that I have, pursuant to Standing Order 48.3, received a message from the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyamira regarding a resolution of the County Assembly of Nyamira for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Amos Nyaribo, Governor of Nyamira County, pursuant to Article 181, 1A, B, and C of the Constitution, as read together with the Section 33 of the County Governments Act and the Standing Order 62 of the County Assembly of Nyamira. The message, which was conveyed to the Speaker of the Senate by the letter reference PK/CN/1/2025, dated Tuesday, 25th November 2025, signed by the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyamira and received in my office on Thursday, 27th November 2025, listed the following grounds of impeachment against the Governor. 1. Gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. Allegation 1. Engagement, endorsement, and support of unlawful, illegal, and unconstitutional bunge mashinani. The particulars of this allegation are that the Governor engaged in various acts of gross violation of Articles 110, 73, and 176 of the Constitution, the County Governments Act, and the principles of separation of powers by 1. Formally engaging, endorsing, and supporting an unlawful forum known as bunge mashinani, purportedly convened by an impeached Speaker, despite High Court judgments confirming the Speaker's removal. 2. Recognizing the removed Speaker and clerk as legitimate office holders, contrary to court rulings and Senate resolutions, declaring sittings held outside gazetted precincts null and void. And 3. Undermining the principle of separation of powers by enabling an illegal parallel assembly structure to transact county business. Honorable Senators, kindly find your way to the nearest seat. This is quite a long communication. And those who are misplaced can now go back to their comfort zones. Allegation 2. Unlawful assent to the Nyamira County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024. The particulars of these allegations are that the Governor engaged in gross violations of Articles 175A, 185(1), and 224 of the Constitution, Section 130 of the Public Finance Management Act, and Section 21 of the County Governments Act, by 1. Assenting on 26 November 2024 to the Nyamira County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2024 without the approval of the County Assembly as required by law. Number 2, unilaterally altering county fiscal priorities without legislative authority. And 3, usurping the appropriation mandate of the County Assembly and weakening legislative oversight over public finances. Allegation number 3, illegal appointment of Dr. Peris Nyaboke Oroko, alias Peris Mungale, as a County Executive Committee member. The particulars of this allegation are that the Governor engaged in gross violations of Article 179(2)(b), Article 259 of the Constitution, and Section 30D of the County Governments Act by 1. Appointing and retaining Dr. Peris Nyaboke Oroko as a CC member despite the Assembly's express refusal to approve a nomination. 2. Integrating her into the county executive structure and the payroll without lawful authority. And 3. relying on the unlawful bunga mashinani process to justify the appointment, contrary to court declarations invalidating all its actions. Allegation 4, illegal appointment of members of the municipal boards of Nyamira and Keroka municipalities. The particulars of these allegations are that the governor engaged in gross violations of the Urban Areas and Cities Act and the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act by 1, appointing board members for Nyamira municipality and Keroka municipality without submitting the names to the County Assembly for vetting and approval. 2, gazetting the appointments despite the absence of mandatory assembly approval. And 3, constituting municipal boards in a manner contrary to law and outside established appointment procedures. Honorable Senators, kindly find your way to your seats. Very fast, without further discussions on the House. Allegation 5, unlawful appointment of a selection panel for the County Public Service Board. The particulars of these allegations are that the governor engaged in gross violations of the County Governments Act and Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act by 1, unilaterally appointing a selection panel to recruit members of the County Public Service Board without assembly approval. 2, enabling the panel to recruit their chairperson, secretary, and members contrary to procedural requirements. And 3, interfering with the lawful mandate of the County Assembly in the appointment process. Allegation number 6, failure to appoint the chairperson, secretary, and members of the County Public Service Board, CPSB. The particulars of these allegations are that the governor violated statutory obligations relating to county staffing and administration by 1, failing to fill long-standing vacancies in the County Public Service Board since July 2025, and allowing the board to remain non-functional, resulting in administrative paralysis in human resource function of the county government of Nyamira. Allegation number 7, failure to deliver the state of the County Assembly and annual reports. The particulars of these allegations are that the governor violated Article 183(3) of the Constitution and Section 32K of the County Government Acts by 1, failing to deliver the mandatory state of the county address for the financial years 2023-2024 and 2024-2025. And 2, failing to submit annual reports on the progress of the county. And 3, undermining transparency and accountability obligations imposed on the office of the governor. Allegation number 8, failure to comply with the court orders on the appointment of Mr. Crave Ogwola to the County Executive Committee. The particulars of these allegations are that the governor engaged in gross violations of Articles 10 and 159 of the Constitution and the principle of rule of law by 1, failing to appoint a duly nominated CC member, Mr. Crave Ogwola, contrary to binding court orders. And 2, exposing the county to financial loss amounting to approximately Kenya shilling 6 under senators. Senator Chalagay. Exposing the county to financial loss amounting to approximately Kenya shilling 6.9 million in salary arrears from non-compliance, and 3, accruing additional legal costs and undermining judicial authority. The other one is abuse of office, allegation 1. You know there were 2 counts, then the second one is abuse of office. Allegation 1, recruitment of staff without a budgetary provision. The particulars of these allegations are that the governor engaged in abuse of office contrary to Articles 201D and 232 of the Constitution and the Public Finance Management Act by 1, authorizing mass recruitment of staff without budgetary provision or approval of the County Assembly of Nyamira, specifically A, the recruitment of 49 officers between February and April 2021, and B, the recruitment of Deputy County Secretary, County Attorney, support staff, one administrators, and sub-county administrators without the requisite approvals. And C, on the 9th of March 2023, the County Public Service Board advertised 358 vacancies, despite the absence of an approved budget for recruitment. An active recruitment freeze imposed by the County Assembly and clear advisories issued by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. This recruitment expected to earn Kenya shillings 3.5 million annually to the wage bill, proceeded without any budgetary allocation or assembly approval. And D, accumulating salary arrears amounting to Kenya shillings 60 million owed to healthcare workers for 7 months. Number 2, ignoring formal resolutions of the County Assembly that flows further hiring. And 3, disregarding explicit advisory issued by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC. And 4, abandoning the county with an unsustainable annual wage bill, estimated at Kenya shillings 325 million. Allegation 2, influencing irregular appointments of senior human resource officials. The particulars of this allegation are that the governor abused the powers of his office by underpicking and seconding officers, including Mr. Godfrey Kiriago and Ms. Emeonda Nyaberi, to strategic human resource HR positions. And 2, influencing the transfer of substantive office holders to create vacancies for his preferred officers to be employed. And 3, manipulating administrative structures to consolidate control over HR functions. Allegation 3, personal enrichment through irregular salary arrears. The particulars of this allegation are that the governor engaged in abuse of office and financial impropriety by 1, awarding himself irregular salary arrears amounting to Kenya shillings 5,649,706, using HR officers irregularly appointed or influenced the process of payments. And 3, having a pattern of questionable claims, including a prior Kenya shillings 13 million, a housing compensation, and a double medical claim. Allegation 4, payroll fraud syndicate resulting in loss of public funds. The particulars of this allegation are that the governor was involved in or failed to prevent payroll irregularities, contrary to Articles 201 and 226 of the Constitution, by 1, presiding over or allowing irregular overpayments to ECDE teachers amounting to more than Kenya shillings 25,018,852, in addition to Kenya shillings 1,100,467 and Kenya shillings 700,836 in other irregular payments. 2, receiving illegal benefit, which are admitted under oath. And 3, overseeing payroll fraud estimated at Kenya shillings 32 million. Senator Ndioke, you can have your seat. Just take the nearest seat possible so that we conclude this communication. Allegation 5, influencing dual appointments outside the lawful establishment. The particulars of this allegation are that the governor abused his office by 1, creating duplicate positions for ward administrators and sub-county administrators. 2, allowing double occupation of certain offices, leading to double payment of salaries. And 3, violating the lawful establishment structure approved by the County Public Service Board. Allegation 6, usurpation of the powers of the Auditor General and the County Public Service Board. The particulars of this allegation are that the governor engaged in abuse of office in violation of the Constitution and the County Government Act by 1, conducting an unlawful payroll audit without the involvement of the Auditor General or authorization of the Assembly, and 2, using the audit to demote over 1,000 staff in the year 2021 and a further 254 staff in 2024 without due process, and 3, attempting to appeal County Public Service Board decisions, reversing the illegal demotions despite having no legal mandate to do so. Allegation number 7, an unlawful suspension of the Secretary of the County Public Service Board. The particulars of this allegation are that the Governor abused his office by 1, purporting to suspend the Secretary of the CPSB without any constitutional or statutory authority, and 2, interfering with the independence of the functioning of the County Public Service Board, and 3, obstructing lawful human resource and administration within the county. Honorable Senators, annexed to the other conveying the decision of the County Assembly were the following documents. 1, a copy of an approved notice of motion dated 11 November 2025. 2, copy of an approved impeachment motion containing grounds and the particulars with annexes thereto. And 3, copy of the public participation report. 4, copy of invitation letter to Governor to appear before the County Assembly to respond to allegations dated 17th November 2025. 5, copy of County Assembly answer report dated 25th November 2025. 6, copy of division of votes list. 7, advocates for the County Assembly. And 8, list of witnesses. Senator Abbas, you can have that analysis sit next to you. Honorable Senators, in terms of the way forward, Senator Abbas. In terms of the way forward, following the reading of the charges against the Governor, standing on the 81B of the Senate, as read together with Section 3B of the County Government Acts, gives the Senate 2 options on how to proceed with the matter. The Senate may, 1, or aim by resolution appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter, or B, investigate the matter in plenary. The Senate Majority Leader will, at an appointed time during this sitting, give notice of motion for the establishment of a special committee. Should this motion be carried, the special committee will be required under Section 33(4) of the County Government Act, and standing on the 82 of the Senate Standing Orders, to investigate the matter and to report to the Senate on whether it finds the particulars of the allegations against the Governor to have been substantiated. In the event that the motion for the establishment of a special committee does not pass, the fallback position is that the Senate shall proceed to investigate and consider the matter in plenary. In this event, I will appoint the dates on which the Senate will sit in plenary to hear and determine the charges against the Governor. Honorable Senators, I wish to emphasize that when we come to the debate on the motion of the establishment of the special committee, debate on the motion shall be limited to the substance of the motion, principally whether or not to establish the special committee. It will not be a debate on the substance of the impeachment or its merits, propriety, prudence, or even the constitutionality or the legality of the processes that have preceded the submission of this matter to the Senate. It is therefore not permissible to deviate to any issues other than the motion before the Senate. In the meantime, and during the pendency of the impeachment process in the Senate, I wish to caution honorable senators to refrain from publicly commenting on the merits or the merits of the impeachment motion before the Senate. Doing so would amount to anticipation of debate, which is an infringement of standing under 99 of the Senate standing orders. Accordingly, it shall be out of order within the meaning of standing order 122 for any senator to make comments, whether written or spoken, relating to the conduct of the governor or the impeachment process outside the confines of the impeachment proceedings. As such, comments may prejudice the fair and just outcome of the process. Honorable Senators, during the 13th Parliament, the Senate has dealt with 9 impeachment proceedings, 2 of which are considered by special committees and 7 by the Senate sitting in plenary, including one involving a deputy president. It is important that we draw on the best practices established in previous proceedings as we deliberate on this matter. The Senate will be sitting as a quasi-judicial body and will conduct investigations into the alleged violations of the Constitution and the law, and therefore make its determination on the matter. Let me remind you that the impeachment hearing is not just a procedural formality, but a crucial process that plays a crucial role in upholding the principles of democracy and good governance. This hearing is one of the Senate's most vital oversight functions and key responsibilities. I conclude by urging all honorable senators to exercise the highest level of responsibility on this matter. Thank you. Next, on the clerk.
Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker.